Meanwhile, President Trump carrying on, taking his show to Georgia today. His rally in Atlanta starting any moment as Republicans fan out to key states, including Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Arizona. Team Harris also hitting the trail with a focus on the Rust Belt today, specifically Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, with appearances from some of the biggest names in that party: Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, and AOC.
Rock stars. All right, before we get to our guest, we have to ask. All right, will ice cream loving Joe Biden still think Trump needs to be locked up if his new promise to make the McDonald's ice cream machines work great again, if that becomes a reality? I don't know.
Let's bring in former State Department spokesperson, Polaris National Security founder, and host of the Morgan Ortagus show on Sirius XM, Morgan Ortagus. Great to see you. Morgan, I think what summarizes the reaction from the Democrats, the liberal regime media, people like Mika Brzezinski and all those women on The View, is that they were more upset about a joke that didn't land, but it was meant as satire, than they have been in the last nearly 4 years about the actual suffering and hardship that's been inflicted on every American, coast to coast, by Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
What's really impressive to me, too, is how they all have their talking points, dig in, and they keep with it. It's variations on a theme. You know, when I try to come on your television show with the both of you, I'm trying to think of something new and fresh and innovative. And it's kind of mind-boggling to me that they all just keep repeating each other and have no problem doing that. But to the bigger picture that you just pointed out, Dagan, I've been to the border, 4 or 5 times in the past 3 years, our southern border. I have seen firsthand what has happened to our border communities, to our American farmers down there, to the doctors at the local hospital who are just overwhelmed, to the food pantries that don't have enough food during high inflation times to give to all the American families, plus all the immigrant families. And you want to help all of these people. You don't want any children or any people to go hungry. That's not the point. But the point is that these policies have had real world detrimental effect on the American people, but they're too busy tweeting about how the orange man is bad and castigating Donald Trump instead of focusing on their policies. That's the one thing I've learned this year. I've spent so much of this year debating Democrats. I've been going to university campuses. I've been going wherever they'll have me to do a debate. And every single time I feel like I win on the policy and on the merits, because my opponents have nothing but convictions and mean tweets and emotion. Really, it all comes down. Their principled stance against Donald Trump is all based on emotion.
Morgan, so we saw last night, it truly was off the hook. It was amazing. It was energetic. We saw that Donald Trump has now moved. He was behind. He's seen some momentum. But if you look at the polls, this race is a dead heat. My concern is that Republicans can feel confident and maybe a little lackluster when they shouldn't. They need to not just get themselves, but 3, 5, 10 of their friends who may not vote to the polls as well. And so, again, sometimes this good news can actually be bad news when we're looking to turn out votes on Election Day.
Nobody should take anything for granted. If you haven't voted yet, get out and vote. I did so last week in Nashville, Tennessee, where I live. I waited an hour and a half in line, but I was determined to make sure that my vote was registered, that my vote counts. And that's what I encourage everybody to do. You know, anything can happen on Election Day. God forbid, weather, car accidents. You know, don't want any of those things to happen. But I never want to take it for a chance that my vote won't get counted. So if your state does allow early voting, I encourage everybody to do so. And yes, while the numbers look good, we know that this comes down to 5 to 7 states. We know this comes down to 40,000, 80,000 votes in those states. So it is going to be a tight race. And while I think the momentum is reflecting the mood of where the people are in the country, they know Donald Trump would be better on policy. They know they'd be better for their pocketbook. You know, there's a lot of people that, you know, are still perhaps worried about, you know, a single issue that's important to them, or, you know, worried what might the next 4 years look like. I would just encourage everybody watching, if you haven't decided the next president, Harris or Trump, are going to be in the room with Xi Jinping whenever he decides to invade Taiwan or not, who do you want that to be?
Right.
Do you think she can deter him? If she can, vote for him.
Right. Or this. The New York Times reporting that Kamala Harris sent intelligence officers on a wild goose chase for anti-woke language in briefings, writing this: Kamala Harris was struck by the way that 2 female foreign leaders were described in reports. The reports used adjectives that, in her view, were rarely used to describe male leaders, while Mrs. Harris's allies described this as a defining feature of her vice presidency, one that separates her from her predecessors, including Democrats. She is not running on this part of her record. Morgan, it's worse than that. She made the intelligence agencies go back multiple years and look for possible gender bias. The study found some questionable word choices, but no widespread pattern. Morgan, this was her concern, not dead women and babies who drowned in the Rio Grande or women who've been murdered by illegal migrants, but words, language. You gotta be joking.
Yeah. You know, it's surprising to me that the New York Times even reported it. What is really concerning about all of this is you wonder, what did she miss, or what did the intelligence community miss whenever she sent them on this wild goose chase? You know, perhaps if she had been focused on things that were more important, she wouldn't have missed, for example, the fall of Kabul to the Taliban, or 13 American young men and women being blown up by ISIS at Abbey Gate, you know, or maybe they wouldn't have missed Putin invading Ukraine, which is clear and obvious that he was going to. I mean, you could go through the laundry list of intelligence failures, including the fact that we still have 4 Americans that are held hostage by a terrorist group right now in Gaza for over a year, and the Biden administration has been unable to get them out. So she should focus on things that matters, because there's a lot of failures stacking up.
Misplaced priorities. Morgan Ortagus, always good to see you. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.